Okay, so in today's video, it is a very exciting one because Bugs is going to have her very first ride. So keep in mind, I did lunch her a little bit before this video, so we're not coming in totally fresh, but I just started out doing a little bit of pressure exercises, just getting her to follow the pressure, keeping it really light and sweet. I always like to just make my horses know that we are partners. I'm not out to get you. We're doing this together, and it can be a really nice, positive experience. I am going to be doing my first ride bareback in the halter. I really like to do this, especially with my own horses that I know really well. I find that it's just a lot more simple, and it's just you and the horse, and they should be comfortable because they know you. She has been tacked up and she has had a bridle, she has been ground driven, she has been ponied, she's done all these things, but adding this new thing of me on her, I just want it to be just her and I, easy to understand, easy to have fun and enjoy our time, nothing between us. Anyways, so I'm just getting her a little bit more desensitized to me jumping up beside her, and as you can see, she does get a little bit nervous, but she comes back to me really, really fast. And I do want to just make sure that I have her attention at all times, so you can watch her ears and see what her body language is saying. And she wasn't really paying attention to me, so I did just reset, go to the other side. As you can see, she is watching me. She's being a little bit more comfortable with it at this point, now that she's like, oh, okay, what's this crazy human doing? She's just jumping up and down beside me. It's okay. I did a little bit more of that, but then it was really boring, so I skipped up to the part where I grabbed the mounting block because this baby's growing and I have very short legs, so we need to do this with a mounting block. But I do also like to get on my horses with a mounting block for the rest of their lives as well, as it's just easier on their back in general. And so there's nothing wrong with getting her used to a mounting block and standing beside one. So I'm just letting her see me up here, let her sniff the mounting block. She's not too concerned about it. Just being all lovey-dovey, petting her, making her know this is a very good thing. Fun stuff. So I'm just leaning over her, putting a little bit of weight on her back. She's really unconcerned. You can really tell how much work we've done together because she's just like, oh, this is just another day. And she's like honestly kind of getting bored. So honestly, I will take that over a blow up any day. But you shouldn't have blow-ups if you prepare them properly. She is just looking over like, okay, what's this crazy human doing now? No big deal. It's also very important that you do these things on both sides. So as you can see, I'm just going to turn her around, get her situated back by the mounting block, and then go ahead and do all of the same stuff on the other side. Even though you're typically not going to be getting on your horse from the right side, it is just really good to make sure you're doing everything both sides when you're starting the colt, because they're very like two-sided brain-wise, and they may be totally fine with something on one side, and then when you go to do the other side, they may all of a sudden be like, wait, what's going on? And you never know when, in the heat of the moment, you're just, maybe, I can't think of like a scenario, but maybe you need to either get on or off on the wrong side at one point in your horse's life. And if they've never done that before, you may be in for a surprise. And I don't like surprises. So again, just doing more of the same things, making sure that she's very comfortable with me on both sides of her. She can look around and see my body on either side of her, and it's not going to scare her. And I am just like petting her the entire time doing it, making sure she knows she's being great good girl, and I love her. This is a horse that does get bored easily because she is so smart, too smart for her own good sometimes. And so I don't really like to overdo things a lot. And so, you know, you may think like that I haven't done, well, I honestly haven't been working with her for a very long period of time. I bought her fall of last year, and I only really just started doing much work with her, like in the winter. And so, and this is like early spring. I think this is in March or April. So she has learned very fast, but I think it's important with a horse that is so smart that you keep challenging them and giving them more things to learn so that they don't get bored and burn out. So you can see I'm just getting her used to the feel of my leg across her back. You never know when you're getting on, and you may accidentally bump your horse on the butt with your leg. And if they've never felt that before, who knows what they're going to do. So it's really good to just get them used to feeling your body on all parts of their body so that they're comfortable with that in the future. And also just comfortable with like the sensation of your leg going over their back, because I'm sure that's an interesting thing if they've never seen it before or felt it before. Here's more lessons about mounting blocks, and that you have to go to the mounting block. The mounting block doesn't come to you. I don't have a problem with moving it like an inch or two, but you shouldn't have a horse that you need to chase around the arena with the mounting block. That's just not a thing for me, no. Getting a little bit distracted again. And you can see her ear tilt back, so now she's listening, giving me her head. So you go ahead and get on again. She's really, really unconcerned with all of this, so, which is a good thing. I mean, she's almost acted like we've done this before, and honestly, maybe with another horse I would work on this a few times before the day that I actually get on them, but she's literally like she's acting like we've done this before. So I'm like, yeah, okay, you're ready. Again, a little distracted. You can see her ear tilt back, her head come a little bit, and I decide to go ahead and get on her again. Then again, we're going to turn her around and work more on the other side. Working on moving all individual parts of her body, making her go exactly to the spot where I need her, and she tries to kind of go back a little bit. So I'm like, nope, you're going forward motion, right up to the mounting block, please. That's where I need you. Get her attention again. There's that little ear. She's still, there you go. I feel like this filly with getting her attention is kind of one of the biggest challenges, because she is so smart and wants to know what's going on and thinks that what we're doing is honestly kind of boring. And so I think that's one of the biggest challenges with her. Not so much having to deal with any crazy behavior, but just making sure that her mind's on me at all times. Because she honestly looks like she's going to fall asleep. So you go ahead and just get on her. She literally looks over like, oh, you're here. Okay, cool. I'm gonna just pull her around a little bit. Having done so much work in the halter and just making sure she understands what pressure in each direction means has paid off so well, because We got a couple steps of backup. We got flexion both ways now. And she's like sniffing me like, She's very flexible neck, honestly. She's a very flexible mare. I find these like French's Hula Guy foals or babies are really, really bendy and turny, which I like. A very different style from Tita, but. And she's very unconcerned. Again, she's just like, yeah, I know this is something that I just don't find too challenging. But she does keep getting distracted by something out the door, which is open, by the way. I'm like starting this horse and there's just like things going on outside. But yeah, we're getting some steps. Still not too much forward motion, but a couple little steps in the right direction. And there, we're going in a little circle. Circles are going to be your friend, girl, in your future. And I really love that, how she lowered her head there, and she's just looks very relaxed and happy to be doing what we're doing. She's so light in the face, even in a halter, even her first ride. I honestly, she kind of blew me away, just because usually it is a little bit harder to get forward motion out of a colt their first ride because they're just uncomfortable and confused. And look at her licking and chewing, like, what a great baby. And then my boyfriend just arrived and I was like, did you just see that? Did you just see how amazing this baby is? Little kiss on the nose for how great you were. So then of course we gotta bring her back to the mounting block because we have to do the other side. She's like, this boring stuff again? Still distracted by something out the door, whatever. But she's looking to me when I get up. Her ears still, oh, no, she's distracted. There, and now she's paying attention. So go ahead and get back on her. No big deal. This way, she was a little bit more hesitant to give me her head. She wanted to go the other direction, and I told her nope, and then she gave me her head. Like a good little girl. And then I asked her to do some turning. And yeah, this direction she was a little bit more sass involved, but I think it does just go back to her being a little bit bored, not feeling super challenged with this, which is fine. Best case scenario, honestly. And so I think her getting a little bored and distracted makes her a little bit more sassy. And you can see that little tail swish. But she's still being really good. She's not doing anything bad. And we'll just keep our consistent cues, asking for the same thing until she gives me the right answer. Because I do want more forward motion rather than just yielding the hindquarters. I love that she will do that, but what we want is some forward steps. Just getting her out of that tiny circle and into a little bit of a bigger circle, I find really helps. And here we go. We're walking in a circle. This is honestly like the best case scenario. I couldn't have imagined Bug's first ride any better. She totally blew my expectations out of the water, and I honestly just loved her even more after this. Because what a dream for her first ever ride, if you can call it that. I just kept it very simple and easygoing. Ask for a little stop, jump off. You did a great job, Bugs. Thank you so much. Keep watching my channel for Bugs' future videos. And I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. What? Come here. Where are you going? Alright, with your halter on. Next ride is going to be tacked up, okay? Now that you know the gist. Oh. Okay, there you go. Go roll, or whatever you're going to do. Candy big ass right here. Gonna roll in your rolling spot? Mm-hmm. Back to eating.